So, like, the first question is, how did it all start?
How did it all start? It started off because I had a passion and a desire to do something great with my life. I loved being a mum, I loved what I did, but something on the inside of me was asking for more things that I could become and do something more and impact my generation, impact my family back at home in Africa.
Hmm, that's quite interesting. Then, so, like, how did you get to where you are now?
Okay, I started off in property because I went to a conference in Alicante. I went to hear a man talk about a business and setting up your own business. Actually, it wasn't even me that went there for that particular reason. I accompanied my husband, Michael, who went for a business conference. You know, it was at that conference that I heard a speaker talk about property investments and how you can maximize on rental income. By that, I mean you make more money through rent when you buy a house, refurbish it, and rent it out to working professionals. So the whole idea got me thinking, I could make some money. Secondly, I could have a business. Thirdly, I will be able to have many more choices to help other people as well, impact my world and people around me. And that's what got me started.
Hmm, that sounds interesting. And then, so can you describe a time where your work was like criticized and like how you reacted to it?
Well, I have to say, Destiny, the biggest challenges that I faced in starting up a business was the fact that number one, my color, because I am black, and the industry is very much a white, male dominated industry. The second challenge I faced was the fact that I'm a woman, because many men are only in property investments. The third one, I was a young person. So if you look at the industry in all, the majority of the people that are in the industry are older, white, middle-aged, white men. And so I found that a hindrance. The first thing that I encountered was during my first house, I bought the house and we were having it refurbished. And I put out an advertisement to ask an electrician to come and give me a quotation for the work that I was doing. When he turned up at the place, he literally walked to the door. I opened the door and asked for Mrs. Marsh. And I said I was Mrs. Marsh. He literally looked at me from top to bottom and walked back and drove in his car and off he went. He just couldn't stand seeing that I would be the one giving him business. So the second one I thought, and it was very heartbreaking because now I realized, oh my gosh, did I do anything wrong? But I could see he was just being very racist. But I had to do it myself. I had a plan and a vision to establish a successful business. And thankfully, I had a mentor who was really good. He said to me, Caroline, go and get somebody else. I found somebody else who came. He looked at me and gave me a price, extortionate price, just to put me off. And so, and the third time round, I got a really good guy that I'm still working with today who is now our current electrician. So there are many barriers to entry, but the key thing, Destiny, is for you and every young person out there listening to keep going. Make sure you hold your dream close to your heart and you keep going no matter what what comes against you. Any obstacles, you can overcome them.
Wow, very detailed. So, like, how are you improving yourself as you go along?
Every day I'm a learner, so I'm always learning about myself, how to manage my emotions, learning about business, the area of business. I'm constantly educating myself, so I never stop learning. Every day is about self improvement, learning how to network, how to get better opportunities, how to just become a better me.
Are there any tips you would give to like children of like 13, 12 as they go to like doing their GCSEs?
Yes, absolutely. I think you're at the greatest time of your lives where you have a lot going for you. The one thing you do is begin to really look at your gifts and your talents, areas where you excel the most, and look at those things. How do you better yourself? And once you're aware of where your giftings and talents are, begin to ask and be more open around asking other people who are along that path that they can help you along that opportunity. So if you're into maybe, for example, investment banking, that's your area where you want to flourish. Find mentors, find people that right now begin to break the barrier of not knowing where to start and begin to look up opportunities. See, if they can take you to their offices, introduce you to some of the people, see what they do on a day-to-day basis, get the experience, get the feeling of exactly what this looks like and how it feels like. But I believe every young person has a remarkable ability to turn nothing into something tangible. I believe, Destiny, that you can do even greater and mighty things that you have never even envisaged, because it's only about a matter of you cultivating your gifts, nurturing your gifts. You're still at school right now. Give the best you can in your school, enjoy school, but also give the best and do the best.
What's the most important thing that you learned in school?
Well, I wasn't brilliant in all the subjects at school, so I wasn't arithmetic at all. So that was one of the biggest hindrance in my own life. However, I was very social, and I excelled in commerce, which is very much maybe in your area today, the likings of economics, maybe if you're younger school. But I love the areas of business, and I excelled in my English was really good. So I did well in more personal and interpersonal skills rather than the arithmetic skills. So I nurtured and became good at doing what I did. And now I use those skills in my day to day life, in my day to day business.
If your family was not with you when you started everything, what do you think you would still be in the same place as you are now?
That's a very interesting question. I think, of course, my family have played, a huge role in supporting me. And when I talk about my family, I talk about both my husband, my children, but also my family back at home in Africa. The level of support that you get from family is very different than the level of support that you will get within a business setting. So when it comes to my family, it was just for them to know, them to support me and to believe that what I was doing was going to work out for me, and they've been there for me. I'm sure without them, again, the drive, the reason why, and my goal would have been maybe the reason why I would still have continued to push to get to the top, because I believe desire and passion and your vision really helps you to get to the top.
When you were much younger, like when you were still in school, did you always have like the vision to be out there, someone really, really great?
I had a vision. My vision was nothing to do with what I'm doing right now. My dream when I was younger was to become an air hostess. So you can imagine that I never dreamt of becoming a business owner. I loved serving, I loved helping, I loved being there for others. And I saw a lot of people that were my role models when I was younger, and they were air hostesses. I loved how they look, how they did their work. I just really thought, when I grow up, I want to be just like them. And so my dream and my passion was to be an air hostess. And I believe the greatest thing about that is because I love to serve others. And if you have your gift to be able to serve others, and you're very into relational with people and building relationships and very personal, that was a key gift that I used in property. So I just had to find another angle around property investments and marry my own personal skills and giftings to my actual business. And so being an air hostess had nothing to do with becoming successful. However, being an air hostess, using my giftings, allowed me to become where I am today.
Well, it's very in depth.
Yeah.
So you're happy with where you are now, but you think there's still more that you can learn?
Absolutely. I believe I have not even started yet. I believe that I am just learning. Right now, I'm working on even greater things. I believe the future has even greater opportunities for me. Everything else that I have done up until now is nothing compared to where I'm going. So I'm excited about my life, but I'm also excited about the young people that are coming, because you guys are able to see what I never saw. You're able to get the inspirational stories. You're able to celebrate. You're able to be a part of something remarkable. I believe that, your future is even greater than my future.
Thank you very much for letting me interview you.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
Okay.